wanted to come and just give you my experience at Alcorn State University with SmartEvals. Again, my name is Ladonna Lee. I am the Executive Director of Strategic Academic Initiatives, and so I oversee IE, IR, and the one big thing is student evaluation of instructions. That's what we call it at Alcorn. Now, I got there in 2018. The first thing, it was an office of 3, including myself, and less than 60 days later, I don't know what happened, they just left. And left me by myself. And then I started getting requests for their evaluation results. So I said, during that time, I was able to locate these big binders. That's what they were keeping the evaluation results in. And so I said, I'm gonna look through them, gonna find them because they need them for their tenure packet. And then some wanted them just because they was curious to see what their students were saying so they can improve their teaching methods for the next semester. Well, again, I got there in 2018. The latest evaluation results were 2016. So that was a problem. And then when we talked to the previous director, we found out that, number one, it was a homegrown system and it was a fabulous system, but he was the only one who knew how to operate it. And part was at the university and part was at his home. So after some collaboration and everything, he decided that he was gonna go ahead and release the survey results. But for the next 2 years, 17 and 18, it took over a year to get those results. So faculty were not pleased. And honestly, whoever's in that position, that's what you inherit. So they didn't look at the previous director, they were looking at me. I didn't know what to do, and like most of you, we don't go to school for institutional research. We don't have a major in institutional research, we just kind of drop into it. And so I did know how to get on Google. So I literally said, Lord, help. I need a student evaluation of instruction survey. And some things popped up, and one of them was SmartEvals. I literally called, I think it was 5, I called all of them. And started getting prices, we did some demonstrations, and for some reason, Mr. Ronald Jennings, and he was actually my consultant when I first started with SmartEvals. And we talked, and I told him what I needed, how soon I needed it, like yesterday, like last year, and the price. With schools, they want, with all of our schools, at least with Alcorn, they want top notch, but they have a budget. And honestly, SmartEvals fit that for us. It was top notch, and we had a budget. And so not only did Mr. Jennings helped me to get up and running quickly. Of course, I had to go through the chain of commands, but we did that. And not only did he get me up and running, the technical team during that time, I told him, I'm just a person of one, and I don't know a lot. I know how to count, but I mean, I don't know how to put things in the system yet. They even helped me with that. We got IT on the phone, Alcorn's IT, and they did some magic. They worked things out. And next thing you know, we have a SmartEvals system. And we implemented it, I think it was that same semester. It was later in the semester, but we did implement it. And I did send out an email because they advised me to let them know, to let faculty know that we have a new evaluation system. And before I could send it out, I was concerned that we did not do any training. And by the way, SmartEvals, they have training modules for every faculty. You could elect to skip it, but they have training. So as soon as a faculty member logs into their own personal portal file, just to let you know, excuse me, they have an option to do training. But back to my original thought, as soon as I told them that we had a new evaluation system, the turnaround time was going to be less than a week after we closed the evaluation center, my phone started ringing. I still have those emails. Thank you. You did good. Thank you. This is what we need. And so it's just been great ever since. It wasn't a switch and bait either, because I just thought it was too good to be true. And it wasn't a switch and bait. We've been with them since 2019. And we have not received a surprise bill because that's important for the university. When I call, they are, I guess they have 50 employees, but you would think they have 500 because they always answer the phone. And for some reason, they always know how to help you. Like, you don't have to put in a ticket. I mean, you do need to, do a work order or whatever, but it's not a please wait. It's 3 to 5 days turnaround period. It's nothing like that. I get on the phone all the time and call them and let them know what's going on. And they're very, very responsive. Mr. Jennings also mentioned that about a 6-month check-in. That is so true. They call you. They don't call for the bill. They call to see what you're doing, how you're doing, and then they don't sell you additional products, but they always doing add-ons. And they say, well, this is what's new now, so maybe you want to try implementing those. Mr. Jennings also talked about those personalized emails. They work. So what we do with the personalized emails, with permission, we start our evaluation period off with me. Students know that their voices are heard. Sometimes students think that they're just doing it just because, but when a provost sends it out, or the vice president of student affairs, that's the next to the highest response percentage, then they feel comfortable saying what they need to say and know that their voices will be heard. Another good feature of SmartEvals is that they give you the response percentage for each email. You get a response rate that you could look at each and every day. And then each student and each faculty member will have their own portal. So that goes back to 2018, which I was so excited about. When they're ready for their tenure packet, they click their personalized link and they pull whatever they need to pull or leave it, whatever they want to. When faculty members want to review their past evaluations, they have that ability to do so. And it's, I don't have to do anything because they have their own personalized link. Now, for me, I am not IT savvy, but SmartEvals is so easy. Mr. Jennings talked about uploading through LMS, and our CITS, our IT team is great, but they have a lot of work to do, a lot of work. Again, I'm not that IT savvy, if you will, but I upload my surveys myself every semester. It's real easy. Once you build your SQL, which your CITS team, IT team will be more than happy to do, because after you build it, you just run it for the semester that you need it. So I actually upload everything. SmartEvals will tell you if it's accepted, if it's not, and then they will also give you this nice little error sheet so you can go back and fix it. It takes me 10 minutes. I usually do it on the weekend. And I am in the office in the morning about 10 or 15 minutes doing so. And so because I like for my surveys to start out on Sunday, and the reason being is because of SmartEvals, I see the percentage. If I start on Sunday, it seems like the percentage just goes up. When I don't, then it's a little lower. And it also brings me to my next point. When we were doing paper surveys, their response rate was 20% or 19% or something like that. And we are up to about 48, 49%, which is not our goal, but it is more than what we've had when we were doing paper surveys. It's easy to upload. It's very, very easy to navigate, and it's actually intuitive. So that's my experience.